Attention! And welcome to the Husker Army Podcast. With your hosts, Husker fanatic Brian Knutson, former Husker wide receiver Kenny Cheatham, and Husker recruiting guru Matt Sass.
For a team to stay consistent with my message, for a team that's trying to learn how to win, I thought for the first time since I've been here, they kept running out on the field excited to play. So when Anthony fumbled that ball at the end, the defense, I can't tell you what they were saying to me, but they were saying some things to me. They wanted to keep playing. So that's the team I want to coach, and proud of them.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
What's going on, everybody? Fall in at attention. You're locked into another episode of the Husker Army Podcast, brought to you by the Husker Army Facebook fan page. Guys, go check them out. Join. Awesome group. Everybody, I am your host, Brian Knutson. With me, as always, former Husker wide receiver, Mr. Kenny Cheatham. And our guests today, everybody. I am excited as hell for this. I was ecstatic when Kenny hit me up about this. I've got to introduce first and foremost, first time on the show, former Husker quarterback Jammal Lord, who is now enlisted into the Husker Army. Jammal, how are you doing, my friend? And thank you for joining.
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Well, not too bad. We get to talk about a win, so that's always a plus. And of course, we've got our returning guest. He was on just 2 or 3 weeks ago with us. He's been on with us more than that. We're going to have to get him a jacket or something at this point, like SNL hosting at this point. It's getting crazy.
I need my Letterman jacket.
Yep, we're going to have to get one made up and just send him a Husker Army Letterman jacket. Kenny, we're going to have to pool the money together. But everybody, welcome back, Mr. Big Dan Waldrop. That hair, dude.
Ooh,
You gotta bring that hair back.
I told you, Solich was not happy with that. He made me cut that.
He was player hating. He was a player hating.
Right after Friday practice before the game, he looks me dead in the eyes. He goes, "Dan, if you don't cut that hair, I'm not gonna start you." I went right to the barbershop, got my haircut, and showed up with a different haircut at the movie theater.
I had braids. It made me cut mine. Yeah.
Good Lord.
But John Bolton was walking around with the afro.
I remember that.
What? Hey, he was a tight end. They're a different group.
Yeah.
They're different people in that tight end room.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Sheldon was different.
It's definitely a different vibe this week than last week, of course, going up against Michigan, kind of getting our asses handed to us. But, that was last week. As of Sunday last week, we look forward to the Illinois game, which was Friday night. Nebraska ends up taking the victory 20-7. I mean, it wasn't pretty by any means whatsoever, but it's a win. I mean, look, these are games that in the past 5-8 seasons, these are games Nebraska found a way to lose.
Mm-hmm.
They finally found a way to win. And I mean, let's face it, guys, who really won this game for us? It was the Blackshirts. But we're talking about a win. I mean, Kenny, I'm sure you got to see the highlights and everything now. I think you watched a little of it when you got off work Friday night. I mean, your thoughts on it? I mean, offense was a little stagnant, of course, but defense showed up like crazy.
Yeah, the defense played well. I think offensively, we're still making far too many or having too many turnovers in critical times in bad places on the field. From the offensive line to the personal fouls to the just silly stuff, the turnovers, the interceptions, fumbles, etc. And if you look at that, what would the score really would have been? So I think those offset at times how well the defense is playing, but the defense played lights out. I was proud of how they played, and for once we pulled a game out like that. Because normally we would have faltered. So, I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah. Jammal, I'm sure you got to catch the game as well. I mean, just your quick thoughts on just how that game went.
Yeah, well, thank goodness that defense travels, you know what I mean? That goal line stand was big.
Yeah.
Huge.
On that first drive, that could have went left quick. That was the first drive of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They bowled up when they needed to. And then obviously got the ball back at the one and had that big pass and got him out of there. So it was I mean, it came out strong. They just got to maintain it. You got to be consistent now.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. Dan, what did you see, man? I mean, we're still having some issues on that O-line, my friend.
First of all, just a conference road win is good for all of us. To be honest.
Amen.
Yeah, the conference road win in Illinois. I don't think we ever played Illinois up in Champaign, but conference road win is great to me. But like at offensive line, man, it still hurts to watch them. It really does. Yeah. So I'm hoping in the near future when they grow up and recruit more that the offensive line gets better, tougher, and sticks through. I don't know. Like I said before, it's just like they don't have heart. Like they don't love the game, and maybe it was differently instilled in us and how they were coached. So they're different dudes.
Yeah, they are. I mean, let's face it, guys. We all know everything is night and day from your guys' days there compared to now. So we know it's completely different now. The only thing I could say is, to me, in a sense, the offense kind of looks old school right now, especially the last two wins we've had. Kenny, we talked about it against Louisiana Tech. It wasn't pretty, but it seemed like an old school Nebraska pound and ground win.
Yeah, to me, it's pretty slow and methodical. We're just not having those big runs. If I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me, but maybe Maul, you and Dan can tell me. It seems like we favor, because this is the side of the ball that we can move it, is running right. Am I missing something? It seems like we can't run the ball that well going left. We run it to the right.
He's over there. He's having issues all year.
It is old school, but I kind of cringe when we drop back to pass.
Yep.
That's just me. But it's not knocking him. It's just I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to get to protection. I don't know if the receiver's going to catch the ball that time. I mean, it's just it's kind of hard to get a gauge on him. You know, it's kind of hard to get a gauge on him, but we got a W. We scored points. We scored the 14 points. What, in a matter of maybe, a minute and a half, 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 touchdowns within 10 seconds.
The botch kicked or whatever. So, I mean, they scored when it counted. When we needed it. So, and that was the difference.
Yeah, you're right.
Jamal, I was glad to have you on because I wanted to talk to you about Harburg, because to me, he really seems like an old school Nebraska quarterback. I mean, he's born and raised in Kearney. He's a Nebraska boy. He grew up watching guys like you. He knows the option game. He knows how tough a quarterback needs to be here. And he doesn't shy away from hits just the way you did. Matter of fact, he's delivering them just the way you did. So what have you seen out of Harburg that kind of might be encouraging going forward the rest of the season?
I like the kid. I like the kid a lot, actually. You know what I mean? I read that they open the offense up some more for him. Some more run pass options, some more plays for him to get busy. Because right now he's our best player on offense.
Yeah.
He's our best runner. He's our best whatever it is. He's our best player right now on offense.
I agree.
They got to surround it. It's true. These are all facts.
Yeah.
They got to surround that guy with the ball and put him in situations to make big plays. They got to get him and Sims on the field at the same time. That's just me, and that's how I'm looking in. Because right now, I think they're wasting Sims on the bench. Put him at receiver.
They are.
Put him somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he's being wasted on the bench right now. But that's just me on the outside looking in. But yeah, Hybrid, I love him though. I like him.
Dan, is Harburg the type of quarterback you would have loved to have had behind you, just like Jammal?
I had Jammal and Crouch. You couldn't have got anything better. It doesn't matter. Like every other quarterback is nothing to me when I had those two. So basically, me and Jammal grew up together in college, and I had Eric Crouch. So there's another like. To be honest, I didn't worry about Joe Daly and all those other dudes because I had those two. I knew those were my boys. Like I can't. It's in a selfish way. It's like that's my quarterbacks right there. Those are the like you couldn't give me any other buy. You couldn't tell me that anybody's better than those two because I blocked for them. You know. However, can he pitch the ball on the option, please? Can Jammal go down there and teach him how to pitch the ball?
Leave him alone.
Thank you, Dan.
I'm sitting there.
Leave him alone.
I'm like, that's the guy you pitch off. That's the guy you pitch off, and it's gone. However, I don't know how his left there is
down.
But
they don't have an option drill no more though, so it's different.
Nope.
You know what I mean, KC? It's no more option drill.
Yeah.
Nope.
And
so
you know that that mesh and that relationship isn't like that was ingrained in us. Yeah, that was ingrained in us.
Yeah,
you know how
that was every day. That was every day. That wasn't.
You know how pissed we were as receivers.
Every day
we were pissed as receivers, and you know why?
I can imagine.
Because we used to be like, wait. I mean, outside of running all the damn time, we used to be like, look here, man. Look, we are in half pass and full pass for the linemen and the quarterbacks. so they can work on their blocking and pad technique. I'm on the outside. I don't need all of that on the double read. Why am I in full pads with contact? Man, go somewhere with all that stuff. So, you know, we people forget we had the full option stations.
Yep.
On the side when you did it from the side. Yep. And that's what you worked
on.
That was for quarterback, running backs. Yep. That was all option stations. And we used to be over there half-assing as receivers. Acting like we're gonna block somebody. You're like, this is a waste of time.
Coach Brown was blocking though. Coach Brown was on out there.
You gotta get the double read. You gotta get him. Gotta make sure you get good over there. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
This is why I like having former teammates on, man. You guys got the stories that nobody else gets to hear.
Yeah, man.
This is why I love this.
Got the inside scoop.
Because it's that,
gotta have it, man.
Because it's that continuation of what was there, man. Did you think about all the youngsters who came in with me and played with me were all the guys they came in and played with. So you're tight with the senior class because you're there with them, but you're not as tight as the guys that are juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and the ones coming in because you're going to be with them for a couple more years. So if you think about it, the youngsters that I was showing how to do A, B, C, and D and going up against them was like, man, if I do this, you got to do this, was Keogh, Gross, Des Moines Adams, all them youngsters coming in. I was like, hey, man, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. These are the ones I'm schooling. And like,
those
and it goes down.
Me.
So they come in, you know what I mean, with the next Joe Walk. All these guys come in, and it's just continuing. So the conversations are pretty much going to be the same because it's the same stuff.
Yep.
And it was the same staff outside of TO, but it was the same thing. So I can say something and they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Now, hopefully I remembered to cut out the audio on this clip so it doesn't cut us off. So yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, this was Harburg's touchdown run. Now, that's old school right there. That's just old school. You've got to love that. And he's deceivingly fast.
Long strider.
He is. It's amazing how he pulls away.
Mm-hmm.
And great blocking downfield, by the way, as well. By the receivers, offensive line. Yeah, I think anybody in the crowd could have ran through that. Maybe the entire Nebraska fan attendance could have ran through that.
The O-line show flashes.
They do. I mean, it's amazing. Especially...
57? What's 57's name?
Oh crap.
57.
Shit, yeah. I think Benhart's 54. I think
that's so Benhart.
Who the hell? Yeah, 54 is Benhart. Damn.
I stood next to Benhart. That dude towers over me.
Seriously?
Like
Yeah,
6,
and I don't know.
6.
I'm serious. He's tall.
Wow.
Damn, I didn't think he was that tall.
Yeah.
That was a great play right there for me. Harburg, he doesn't have
That guy's out the
maybe
goal
quite
line.
the
Yeah.
maybe doesn't have quite the arm strength to really hit Washington in stride, which, by the way, hopefully Washington's going to be all right. Ended up getting injured, I think, a couple plays later on that drive and was out the rest
with
of
the
the
block.
game. So
blocking,
we need
he hurt
him.
himself.
Yep, we need him bad. He's
Sims
still a
out
threat. Yeah, I agree. See, me and Rob Zadiska talked about this on their reaction show after the game, and me and him agreed on this. Sims should be out there, just not at quarterback. Just not at quarterback.
Put him at running back. Put him at receiver. Put him
That's
somewhere.
what he said.
So
running back,
threat.
even.
At least you got to look for him.
Wildcat offense?
There ain't no Wildcat. Don't put him at quarterback. Put him somewhere else. But don't just have him on the bench just chilling. That's just a waste. Yeah. Put him in the game.
Might as well.
You gotta find a way to put. Yeah, you got to find a way to get your best players on the field.
Yeah,
and
put him on the field.
I mean, he didn't have a terrible day.
Don't bubble screens for him. I don't know. Do something, young man.
What did he do? 12 of 24, 154 yards, one pick, 18 carries, 82 yards, and one touchdown. So, I mean, he had a decent day. He's not going to light the stats up in his passing, that's for sure. He's a running quarterback. Just, I don't know. It was sloppy, but
you take away the
all in all,
look good though. You take away the pick, the stat line looks good for a Nebraska quarterback who's a runner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Frazier probably would have killed for those numbers in the game minus that INT.
Yeah, I would have killed for all them passes being thrown.
you see what I'm saying? They ain't throwing the ball around. Just be more consistent.
He had 24 attempts. Hell, there were games we walked out. It was 13 to 14 passes. I'm like, hey, this is a true story. They tried to throw me the ball one time. I think it was like third or fourth quarter or something. Coach Osborne was like, Kenny, go in there. We're going to do a song. I say, look here, man. They switched it. I said, they switched the game to NASCAR. Don't try to throw me the ball to pad no stats right now. You can send so-and-so in there, man. They're showing NASCAR, man. I'm gonna go over here and chill. Give me a Migos burrito. Give me a crisp meat on the sideline. Let me have that.
I'm telling you.
Let me get that.
Yeah, let me get that. With cheese, please.
Oh, man. all those NIL deals and stuff like that nowadays, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to bother pulling up any running back or receiving stats. It wasn't anything to write home about. It was sloppy. But as far as the offense in a whole goes, 312 total yards, 154 through the air, like we said, 158 on the ground. I mean, that's about as balanced as you can get. But, I mean, you obviously want more out of each, or at least more in the passing. Obviously, being 50%, yards were left. So the time of possession, that's what got me. It was over 37 minutes in favor of Nebraska, and Illinois only having it a little over 22 and a half, but only 5 of 15 on third down conversions. We've got to get way better at that because I know we've struggled on third down.
Yeah.
So offense, not horrible, but definitely not the greatest we've seen. It's not the worst by far. I mean, it's a win. They scored enough points to win. So, and some of it got set up by some of the most unintentional things, like probably the most unintentional onside kick of all time. How this thing just hung in the air in that wind and then took a Nebraska bounce right into Taggy's arms. And how it took him so long to call that thing in our favor, I don't know, because he was on it in a heartbeat. So, special teams contributed.
That kind of stuff happens during the game, though. I remember we played Missouri at Missouri, our senior year, and that happened to us the other way around. Remember?
Oh,
I didn't want. I think who was the? I'm sure it wasn't Josh. It was somebody else. Where they got caught up in the wind, just bounced, and then getting the ball. Hey, that's part of football. We don't have that bounce our way that game.
Yeah,
we need those kind of bounces though. We need those kind of bounces, and we appreciate it.
About time, literally the same. About time the ball bounced our way, right? Something finally bounced our way.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
We'll take that on the road.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, you need all you can't do when you're in college. Right?
Yeah.
I will say we were trying to do Nebraska things out there and handing away the game on offense. It just
we were red zone 5 times.
I think so.
Man, that should be like salivating to get in that end zone so you can hear the band playing and everything.
Yeah.
Get the red balloons in
touchdowns, 2 field goals. That's all they managed. I mean, the score should have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, but our pattern down there is to have those bad penalties and mistakes.
Yeah.
We're always jumping or holding or doing something down there that pushes us back.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to make an excuse for that, Kenny, but Rule did
Third and
bring
goal from
something up
15.
about that.
He said, what was that, Brian?
Rule brought something up about that in his presser after the game. And he had a meeting right away with the referees after the game, and he actually called Big Ten officials after the game to get clarification because he knew the discerning call penalty that we've gotten many times on defense. That's what they were doing. They were yelling out calls, and come to find out in the rule book, that's not allowed because that draws the offense to jump. And that's what was going on numerous times, and Rule couldn't get them to call it.
Okay.
So at
you
least
know what
2
that
or
is, though,
3.
KC?
Yeah, that's when their defense is making those noises, right? You know.
They ain't got that speaker in the background at practice no more, making all that noise, so now they're not concentrating. Remember that stage we had at practice with the crowd noise? They don't do that no more. That was part of the drill. They don't do that no more.
Yeah. Well, especially down there on the grass. Especially on the grass. You would have it all.
I forgot about that.
Big speaker.
But I'm going to tell y'all,
big speaker.
We had one of our best practices ever with those big speakers because someone snuck over there and they put in, and Coach Osborne said, I've never seen you guys move like this. They put in the uncut version of Masterpiece Ghetto Dope.
Uh-oh. That's like the first and the last time that happened.
Hey,
they didn't do that no more.
Hey, warm-ups, 101s was live. And Coach Osborne said, he literally said, I've never seen you guys move around like this. And we were like, Coach, you know why? Especially when the song Ghetto Dope came on and make him say, oh man. It was active.
That was the first last time they played that song.
Last thing I'll say about offensive wise and special teams, the blocked punt on the special teams here looked like they were trying to fake it. I don't know what the hell that punter was trying, but it's a hell of a way to make a blocked punt with your shin. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. So, I mean, I got to give the guys credit on it. They did a great job. I mean, we're going to talk about defense here in a minute, but as far as putting up points, offense did enough of what they needed to do just to get out of there with the win. And like Dan said, a Big Ten road win, no matter who it's against, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now I think we can move on to, I think, what everybody was talking about after the game, and that would be the Blackshirts. I mean, it has to be. First and foremost, I mean, I've got to give you guys the best clip I've seen. It is 55 seconds long, but no audio, so we could talk through it. But this goal line stand, 3rd and goal from the inch line, nothing, stonewalled.
Yeah,
just gave nothing. So what does Illinois do? Of course, Bielema is going to go for it on 4th and 1 inch. I mean, it's a given. I'll give the refs credit. They took a hell of a long time to get this call going and get the ball set. Then 4th and goal. Once again, just there's no give. There's no give.
That running back's lined up like 12 yards deep.
He had the best running start he could have.
I mean, if you're at 4th and inches, my call is quarterback sneak. Just put the ball out.
I agree.
Yeah.
3rd and 1, I'll go with the quarterback sneak.
Hey, we got a guard pulling around the corner. What's going on over there?
Too much going on that close to the goal line. On the goal line.
The ball.
Hike the ball and just do that.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Big number 0.
Hiked up.
That's what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
That changed the pace. That changed the tone of the game. Yeah, exactly. Like Jammal said,
hit it
that
right on
changed
the
the
head.
tone.
Hutmacher right in the middle there. That man being an undefeated high school wrestler, he knows how to get
Big
low.
number
He
0.
knows leverage. Man,
Yeah.
guy's a beast
Definitely.
right now.
Respect. You down there doing the dirty work.
Big time dirty work.
Yeah, for sure.
Big time dirty work. Like, guys, I never even saw the 09 defense, which had Sue, Crick, and that type of personnel pull off a feat like that. Granted, I don't know how many times in my memory, were put in that position, but never saw them do it.
It shows a lot of heart on the defensive side, man. That got me excited.
Yeah, that's what they went right down the field. They went right down the field. Yeah. I know you probably thinking it's probably the same old team. Probably gonna get smacked. Then they got bam, 4th and goal, stop them. Okay. Then we got the ball off the goal line by that big pass play. Okay. They showed some heart. They showed some heart.
They showed like they knew. Yeah, they showed like they wanted to actually win. Instead of just giving them those points, they planted their feet in the ground and said, no, we're done. That's enough. And not only that, they end up with 2 more 4th down stops in the game. And the final one, of course, to seal the victory, giving us a chance to take the knee. Thank God. But as far as defensive stats go, I mean, to me, they looked good. They allowed 310 total yards, 289 in the air. That kind of bothers me a bit. But, guys, 21 rushing yards.
That's right.
That's stellar.
Yeah.
That defense traveled.
That fumble recovery where he put the helmet on that guy. And
man.
Beautiful.
All big plays. Yeah. All big plays.
I mean, the passing yards aren't bad to me because Altmaier is a pretty good quarterback. Watching him over time, but like overall, the defense, amazing.
Yeah,
they play stellar. They can have all those 289 passing yards and 7 points. I take it.
Yep.
Good defense, guys. Bend but don't break.
Yeah, that's true. They bent on that first drive, but boy, it said we ain't breaking.
Yeah, and then after that was solid.
Yeah,
after they came up solid.
It's amazing that they broke Illinois' spirit on their opening drive.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Totally agree with that.
I think that touchdown could have broke ours.
Wasn't that the same coach in Wisconsin? Didn't that guy coach Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
They put up 70 on us one year in the Big 12?
Yep.
The same guy?
That's the same guy?
Oh, that's Belima. That's the one. That's the one who went to Arkansas, and then from a little bit more paper, and then came back.
Old Tommy Hill, Johnny on the spot for the interception.
I wish he could have taken that to the house.
I thought he was gonna. I mean, he's supposed to be the fastest guy on the field.
Well, you can't run east and west. You can get to the end zone.
That's very true. Very true. But what a hell of a hit. Way to get a hat on the ball.
Monkey on his back, he's like getting tired.
Yeah, and the interception was great.
All aspects of the game.
This was right to him. It really was. Altmaier just did not have the arm strength to be thrown on the run like that. Defense just came up big, man. They won us that game. They really did. They just said, no, we're not losing. We're not losing this game. No way in hell. This is ours. Go away. And man, and look, the Big Ten West is still up for debate, guys. That is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I mean,
not everything's out of question here.
Just think about that. With one win, you're still in the hunt for the Big Ten West. That's crazy.
Who's on the West?
Who do we got? We've got us. We've got Minnesota.
Iowa,
Wisconsin,
Northwestern, right?
Northwestern's in there. Purdue,
and
Indiana. All those teams.
Hold on.
I don't see the problem. Outside of Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State, Michigan State. All those guys are in the East.
We should be winning the West with our eyes closed.
Yeah, that's what's been the most upsetting thing, fellas. Think about that. Outside of Wisconsin fielding Wisconsin-type teams, Iowa State.
Iowa, because it's a rivalry.
We should be.
It's a rivalry. Been 2-10. They're going to tough.
Yeah, we should have been winning.
They're going to play us tough.
Oh, yeah.
That is wild to think that.
It's a crazy stat, isn't it?
That's definitely.
Not to mention, they showed.
I guess our day coming, but so is USC and Colorado and UCLA and the whole Pac-12. So it's going to get tougher now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oregon, it's going to get a little tougher now.
Washington, yeah.
I'm going to go to those UCLA USC games for sure.
Yeah, me too. Down the street.
I'm going to go to a road game. Definitely want to go to a road game. Those are the best, especially when your team winning.
Yeah.
See, you guys are crazy because I ain't got the balls to go to an away game. I just don't. I don't want to mix it up with any other.
What are they gonna do?
Well, for one, I'll never step foot in
what
Colorado.
What are they gonna do?
Period.
Fans.
Colorado is a great place to go watch.
That's where I want to go.
Oh man, you're a braver soul than me.
That's why I want to go to Colorado.
I don't belong there, and they don't belong here, so I'm good. When Dan told me that he almost went to Colorado, I flat out told him, I'm like, thank God you didn't, because you and I never would have talked.
No,
never.
Well, like I'm saying, Nebraska came in super late in the recruiting process, so they weren't even considered until the end. I'm telling you, Slick Ricky knew.
I think we came together on our trip.
What's that?
I think we took our trip together, I believe.
I don't know. It might have been.
I think I do on our trip.
That's dope. You gotta take your trip together.
When you're in high school, and when the 6 guys you meet that play online, you probably one of the biggest kids on your high school team. You know what I mean? So when you go to these visits and you get these big, like, damn. I remember I was with Bingham on the elevator. I thought he was a coach. I know nobody at Rock. I mean, I come from a little, not a little school, but Ryan Bingham.
Bingham.
Okay.
I'm in the elevator with him. Well, I'm 6'2", 195. I'm probably one of the biggest kids on the football field at my school. You know what I mean? So when I see him, he's 6'4", 320. Like, damn. All right, coach. So what time is dinner? He's like, nah, I'm not a coach. I'm on my visit. I'm like, yeah, right. Bullshit. What time is dinner, coach? Found out he was a player. Crazy.
Yeah, it opens your eyes, man, when you start going there and you see how some. I'm like, man, because when I got there, like I said, I was 17. So, you know, they'd be like, man, how old are you? I was like, I'm 17. They're like, oh my God, this dude's young. So you guys missed. There used to be a way that which freshmen practice. So I think 95 was the last year. So we practiced a week before we even practiced with the varsity.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Oh, you guys did?
We did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We didn't even see them.
Yeah.
And the first time we saw them was picture day, and we had a full-fledged scrimmage. And I lined up, and I'm gonna tell you this. I remember looking, and I see Eddie Stulin over in the middle. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know I said,
oh, who that was? Who you say you seen?
Ed Stewart was across the middle, and Eric Alford, they threw a pass where he went across the middle, and this dude got hit so hard Wow. The helmet went off and everything. I remember looking at my buddy like, hey, bro, I don't know about this because this is different. Because you know what I mean? You used to being bigger, used to being faster, used to being, might not be the most physically ripped up, but bigger, faster, stronger than most people in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, like I explained to Brian, you think about this, man. I'm 6'5". I'm coming here. I'm 6'5". I was 195, maybe 2. I'm coming off of playing only half of games. I'm coming off of 29 catches for 989 yards and 18 touchdowns. I'm chilling second half of the game,
buddy.
So I'm like, man, you know, whatever. And I see this, I'm like, oh man, this is different. Yep. See Mike Minner, Troy, and all Dante, Dwayne Harris. If you guys never seen Dwayne Harris back then, man, look.
Oh yeah,
that was something.
I'll never forget
something.
I'll never forget that.
Hey, that 99 defense. Our true freshman year with Carlos Pope.
Yep.
Steve Warren, Mike Brown, Ralph Brown,
Van
Bosch, Jason Law, Eric Johnson, Tony Ortiz, Mike Booker. Mike Booker back there. Theo Craver.
Yeah.
Ooh, as a freshman, a true freshman. Number one in the country, I believe, or number 2, number 1, number 2. Ooh, baptism by fire, bro.
Yep.
It was some freshmen that I seen in their eyes. Yo, I want to part of this. I want to. They went to the side. We know it was quarterback. They ate that shit. It was nobody behind me. It was no other quarterbacks coming in. Billy was there. Baptism by fire, sir.
Yep.
Stories.
I had the same transition. I was like, oh, this is the team right here. We're practicing. And then the varsity squad came in. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on? There's more people?
Yeah.
I thought they was ready here.
And then you line up against Van Bosch, Warren, and then you got Carlos Pope barking at you. I'm like, man, who is this guy? And then you got EJ.
Different.
Probably one of the fastest linebackers I've ever tried to block.
Uh-huh.
And then he beats me so bad like the first week. And then he starts coaching me. And then that's how you learn, like, okay, these guys are here for us.
Yep.
But you learn so fast.
But they don't punch you in the mouth first, though. And then
while you're getting taxed, they letting hit you in the game.
Like in the mouth, all right.
Yeah. Look, Barry Miles told me one of the coldest things ever. One day I was lined up. So I lined up, right? Now you gotta think I got him, I got Tyrone Williams, you got Mike Minner and them all in the back. So you got all these dudes.
Yep.
So I'm lined up.
I'm all pro.
Yeah. So I lined up young Mike Book. So it's everybody. So Barron looks at me. He says, young Cheat, you running the curl. I saw you counting the lines. And he was right.
Oh, shit.
Because, you know, I'm used to lines. He said, I saw you counting. He said, you running about a 16-yard curl. I saw you counting the line. Of course, I'm not saying anything. I'm just standing there looking. But I was like, damn, what? And he was like, this is what you got to do. Kind of know where you at. And this and that, and kind of, you know, vision, and then run it and do it while you're doing it. Because he was like, you probably were used to being able to get away with stuff because you was bigger and better than everybody.
Yep.
But he said, you got to understand, little bro. He was like, everybody here was the man.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He's like, so on this level, you got to kind of be on point with it. Find what works for you. So that was a lesson. I mean, I'm literally lined up, and he said, you running the curl. While he's in his stand, he said, I seen you counting the lines. That was crazy.
I'd have shit myself.
I'm like, oh my God.
That's different. That's different mentality. That's a deep. I never heard nothing like that before.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I said, you're right. Yep.
That's why Barron Miles was so good, man.
You thinking like that?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Dude, that is nuts.
It's nuts, right? Tyrone Williams ran a slant and go with me the entire route. Ran the entire route with me. Like I said, I was used to beating everybody. Coach Brown in film room. You got to do something with that. I was like, yeah.
I don't know about you guys in the film room, but Teneper, I know he did it on purpose. Like, you know, you're the baller player of the year or the best play you had in the game. Dude would skip over it. He's nothing. But that your pad level wasn't low enough, or you didn't get out fast enough. I'm on you for like 5 minutes.
Always something, yeah.
Falling asleep, trying to stay awake. Coach Young falling asleep. Man, those were the days.
They don't coach you up.
Yep.
Okay. I want to get into more stories here. So I'm going to kind of hurry through this little last segment, just the Husker Twitter part. Dan, you enjoyed the shit out of this one last time.
I do so much.
Hopefully you like it this time, man. I really do. But we'll start off with one of the other podcasts, Poppin' Kernels. Congratulations, Husker fans. We made it to the bye week, 14 whole days stress-free. It's straight to them, and it's true. That's the sad part. It's true. We got 2 whole weeks now where we don't have to worry about shit until Northwestern. It's kind of nice.
Play Tony Braxton, breathe again.
Yeah.
Breathe again.
Right.
Breathe again.
I think my stress is gone most of the time now.
That's why that win feels even now. When you win, lose on a bye week, man.
That's a long week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yep.
Feeling miserable.
And as Husker
you
fans,
feel a little bit more better about the
we've experienced that shit as of lately too. So it sucks. God, does it suck. So Poppin' Kernels, thanks, guys. I'm glad you guys put that out there. It's true. It's absolutely true. All right, what do we got next? Which one was this? All right, the 402 Boneyard. Kenny, I got a feeling he might have watched the last episode where you kind of went on a small rant about people that use Rule's name and their handle on Twitter and everything.
Did he change it?
He put a tweet out there that, hey, everybody, I changed my name from this to this, and the one he changed from had Rule in it. So
yeah, stop that corny stuff.
Maybe he took your advice. But the 402 Boneyard, he said, this was a game we would have normally find a way to lose. Tonight, we found a way to win. Progress 100.
Very true.
We talked about that. That's exactly it. We would have found a way to lose this the last 5-6 years. Easy.
Yeah. I mean, he's not lying.
Yes.
I mean, no. Can't argue the truth.
No lies told there.
No,
it's true. Back to social media back when we were playing, Jamal?
Holy shit. No.
I
couldn't.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the NIL deals. Let's talk about that. They had that when we was back then. Let's talk about that.
Woo!
You dudes, the millionaires coming out of college.
Some of these guys don't want to go to the draft no more because of it.
They don't want to go to the draft no more. They've been good in college now.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Some of them don't even want to leave.
No, I'm mad at
you. Talked about it.
You know, I'm really.
Oh, go ahead, Jamal. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Brian, my fault. I didn't cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
What'd you say? You mad about?
You got in college at 26 and 27 years old.
Hey,
last night 30.
Yeah, these dudes getting 6 years of eligibility.
The
Colorado
for Illinois. He
was 32. He was 30 as well.
Growing ass man.
Like Colorado State, he was like 30. Colorado State was like 31 with like 3 kids. 32 with 3 kids.
Hey, can I go petition for another year?
Do you have a year left?
Hey,
say you were part of the
I got
COVID.
A gray shirt or whatever they want. Oh man, these dudes they not kids no more though.
They're 6 years. 6 years with NIL, living their best life.
Imagine being in college at 27.
No.
You came in at 17. That's 27. That's crazy.
Jamal, you're not lying, dude. There is a guy There's a guy the NCAA just rejected trying to get his 10th year of eligibility.
The Miami dude, right?
Miami dude,
Yes. 10 years.
How much more you need? Like, how much film you got, bro? Ain't trying to get out of here yet?
A lot of people go to college for 10 years. They're called doctors.
Yes.
Yeah, doctors and all kinds of.
This communications major. I mean, it is math.
You come out with your bachelors, your masters, and your doctorate. If you working right,
he should be a grad teacher.
I know.
Yeah, right. You a GA right now, and you playing. You part-time player, part-time GA.
You see the Utah players all got Dodge Rams?
Yes.
They got who?
They all got Dodge Rams.
Dodge Ram trucks.
Brand new Dodge Rams.
Yep. I was just struggling to figure out if I could get something to eat during the summer.
I
had to get a ride to practice our freshman year.
Yeah. So
that long cold walk from Harper Stram Smith to freaking the stadium is a long cold walk some nights.
Yeah. Especially when that water tower was going. Then you see it when it was frozen.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. And that wind hits you once you get behind that outside grass on that curve. Woof. Oh.
You're gonna try to walk backwards and all that. You try to walk backwards. Y'all trying to huddle up, walk together.
Yeah.
Yeah, all gonna feel like cool.
Hey,
y'all all gonna feel it regardless.
My introduction to that Nebraska cold outside of my recruiting trip with the sun up where you don't know it's cold.
Yep.
Was me getting ready to go to class, and y'all go laugh if y'all was in the Harper and Stram Smith area, stayed over there. I'm in Harper.
I'm in there.
The sun's up.
I'm in Harper too. I'm in there.
I got some shorts and a tank top. I got my backpack. I'm like, let me go to class. So I hit a wind. I ain't paying no mind. So I hit the doors and I start running. And I'm jogging. And I got right next to, remember the steps in the middle of all the dorms, that little seating type thing, like a little pyramid?
Yep.
I think I froze in midair. And I looked at my boy, my roommates from Jersey. I'm like, what the is this? Because I know my ears are on fire. My hands are burning. I ran back in the building. I touched the glass. I'm like, hey, bro, what's this? He's like, he's from Jersey. I don't know, yo. I don't know what this is, yo. I'm like, no.
Who from Jersey that was on?
My boy Dave Riddick. He was from Camden. Yeah. Because, they used to go in Camden and get them. They used to be big on Jersey. You know that. So, that was my experience of that cold weather. He was like, I don't know, yo. It's cold out here, yo. I'm like, yeah, brother. I don't want none of it. I didn't go to class that day, needless to say. But I went to practice.
What time of year was that?
Cold was different.
I don't know. The sun was up. So it was one day in the year. I just know it was cold. It's cold. That's all I can say.
All right. We'll go to the next one. Oh, former Husker Adam Carricker.
October.
I want to personally thank our defense for their performance in this game with 3 skull and crossbones to throw the bones. Absolutely correct. I mean, we covered it well. Defense played lights out. Probably the best they've played in years. And they're doing it each week minus the Michigan game, really.
Michigan a whole different thing, though.
Yeah.
That's the number 2 team, and you know why. So
Minnesota found out.
Yeah. Minnesota found out, too. You play number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
And what was it, 55-10 or something like that? Or
Woo!
52-10? Yeah, they put up 50 on them.
Yeah.
Boys is physical, man.
They are.
That's
the
90s Michigan teams right there.
And here's my theory as to why I truly think this could be Michigan's year. Is not only do they look complete as a team, all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams, then not to mention the phase that's not on the field, which is coaching. Guys, look how close they got last year in that playoff. They should have beat TCU. They should have never lost that game. So they finished their season pissed.
Yep.
Now, the last time I remember that happening and seeing a team on a mission was when Nebraska lost to Florida State in 93. They took that night off. The next day it was to work because they were not going to be denied the next year. That is the work ethic and the play I'm seeing out of Michigan right now. I'm not saying they're as good as that 94 team was. Not even close. You'll never hear me say that. But I see the same ingredients, the same formula. It's like it's all coming together. They've been so close that I just think it's their year. I don't know.
I still hope they lose.
No, I'd rather see them win than Ohio State or Bama or anybody in the SEC.
If anything, it's like if it's a red team, I want them to beat them. You know, I just want to see them lose. Like I'd rather see Ohio State ruin their season again. You know, just because I can say those things because it just doesn't matter.
I'm definitely Ohio State. I don't want to see. I don't see him. I mean, I don't
big red or big blue.
I really hope Ohio State come on. If you beat us, I don't want to see you win it. I mean, I want to see somebody knock you off.
Yeah.
I don't root for our enemies. I want to lose or keep losing.
That's
personal. No, you beat screw you. Screw you if you beat us.
Here's one of the guys I always like talking about, the Redcast Rob from the Go Big Redcast. The guy is a massive Husker Kool-Aid drinker like I am. But my favorite graphic of the night so far, #GBR. Rushing tonight on this graphic is what it says. Heinrich Harburg, 73 yards. Anthony Grant, 53. Emmett Johnson, 27. The entire Illinois team, 21. We had 3 guys outrush their entire team. And it's not like these guys put up phenomenal numbers on the ground either.
No.
So I just had to throw that one in there because I love Redcast Rob for shit like that. The guy always stays positive, stays upbeat. So, yeah, we're Husker fans. We got to try. Right, who we got next? TP the guy. TP the guy. I'd like to say after all the negativity from me leading up to the game, I was wrong, and we are not as bad as I thought. Let's keep it going. #GBR. Now, the reason I put that in there is because I got to give TP the guy credit. He took ownership of what he said being negative. We won the game. He came on. He said he was wrong. It takes a lot of balls to hop on Twitter and admit you're wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So, hey, eat it up.
Yep. I mean, he has the right to say whatever he wants to say, but like for him to come on and say that's pretty cool.
A lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a lot. Like, man, I get in there, I sit there in the Twitter zone, and I'm like, this is wild.
Dude.
Yeah, it's something.
It's wild.
I'm not on Twitter
then. Yeah, Jammal, you actually do have a Twitter account.
I'm watching you on Facebook, on Twitter and all that. I stay off of that. I stay in my little pocket. Like I stay in my little zone.
I was going to say, I looked you up. You do have a Twitter account, but you ain't posted shit on there since like 2014.
It's fake then.
Oh, really?
It's not me. I've never.
I'll be damned.
I'm telling you.
We got fake Jammal Lord account
never
out
opened
there.
up an account. Never tried to. No, I stay in my little zone. I'm on Facebook and Facebook. That's it. I know what the handles on. No, nothing like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, dude.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, hell no. People like their privacy. Even I do. I don't post. The only shit I post on social media really is just for the podcast and about Husker football. That's none of my.
Yeah.
Not much of my personal life is on there. Like I don't get on there and wish my wife a happy birthday or a happy anniversary because we're right here.
No.
I don't need to put that out in public.
I see you every day.
Yeah.
I lay with you every day. I tell you that in face. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You might get upset about that because I don't do enough posting. So I mean, it is what we're different kind of babies. I was raised different. I wasn't raised to put my business out in the street.
Yep.
That's right.
So now it's social media easier for you to have access. If you access to other people in real life, I wouldn't meet you if it wasn't on these platforms. And sometimes we get real dreadful. So we stay in our lane. We stay in our lane.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, only reason, which is funny, I'm like that. The only reason I got on any of them is because my boy Chevin Wiggins hit me up one time. He was like, "Bro, we found." He was like, "We found Farley." Oh, and he was like, he's in Georgia. He was like, he was like, "You need a social media page so you can holler at all the homies." So realistically, it was for teammates. That was the main reason I got on any of it, because I was like, I ain't getting on there. I got better stuff to do. They were like, all the homies on there, the teammates. And I was like, okay. And then I got on there. Yep. That was the main reason.
I work in social media, so I post.
Yeah, I've seen your handle, Dan. Dan Social, man.
I've
seen it.
I've been going through the reels. Definitely see you on social media, really going through the reels.
I'm enjoying my life.
I like the one that Dan did for I think it was one of his reels or stories where you were explaining something with what you do for work, but you had a Husker helmet on while doing it.
Yeah, you gotta catch people's minds.
I about died laughing seeing you.
Let's go right past you.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta get them.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
That's
all
hilarious.
right, last one for Husker Twitter. Who did I get here? Former Husker Zach Potter. How great was the goal line stand by the Blackshirts last night? Not one stop, but two. Set the tone for the night. Hashtag Blackshirts, the skull and crossbones. Zach's correct. I mean, we talked about it. No joke. Those guys played lights out. They bent and then said, no, we need to straighten back out, and you're not getting shit. Forget it. You're done. So
it did. What year did Potter play?
That is a great question that I didn't look up, and thanks, Dan. You know, I probably should have.
He played with Sue. Did he play with Sue?
I wish I could remember.
I don't know if because we're all offensive players here, but do you guys find it weird that like offensive players from Nebraska in the past like say, "Oh yeah, let's go black shirts and stuff"? I don't know. It's just weird for me for like to see.
I don't black shirt.
Right?
I'm anti black shirt, brother.
Right. Okay. So it's the same sentiment. Like I don't throw up the bones. I don't do any of that. Yeah,
not happening.
Right. Thank you guys for that stop. We're gonna drive it down the field and score. Yeah. But like when I see an offensive player go, yeah, black shirts. Oh, I'm like,
nah, I almost throw up.
Y'all must have never.
So I thought the black shirts, but hey, I'm pipeline first. I'm pipeline them black shirts.
Yeah. I don't do any of that.
The pipeline.
I'd be like, and I'm gonna put this out there, and they all can call me if they want to or text me. They got the number.
I still love those guys.
Hey, don't believe during our time there that they was doing things to the defense. We used to hand them their ass on the regular, and I will say it, and I will stand by it, and they know it, So, yeah, they can say what they want. They can sell you guys the whoop tickets, but they know what happened. Yeah, only thing they had a slight edge on is they knew they were going to get chop blocked. So the DBs would run up quick because they knew what we did. But outside of that, they couldn't stop that machine. They couldn't stop that machine, bro. They can tell you what they want. It's a lie. Lie detector proves that's a lie. It's a lie.
I still love those guys. They're my teammates and everything, but I never like black shirted. It's not in me to do that. Like, great stuff, D. Great stuff. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys were great. You guys are amazing.
That's because people don't know, Big Dan, that in Maul, people don't know that even though we were all one team and we all rock with one another, it was like two totally different teams.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Offense and defense was two totally different teams.
So it wasn't just me.
No, it was two different. It was two different things. They had their own thing. We had our own thing. You know, they can be themselves and be the characters they were. And on offense, we had to be like machines, robotic, and cerebral the entire time. That's why you know a lot more of the defensive players' characteristics, and you know them more because they got to express themselves. We had to be like this, like a straight line.
You right.
Couldn't waver. Couldn't waver.
You right. You right.
So, you know,
you right. We
had to think, you know, hey, you can't do that. You can't, Kenny, you can't do that. Hey, come on, T.O. I mean, come on, coach. I mean, let's have a blast, you know. Yeah, them dudes high, they get a tackle, they woofing and doing their little moves. And we can't do nothing. I can't take my helmet off after I scored at 6. Nope. Please, it's coming off.
Hey, go back to the huddle, sir. Go back to the huddle.
Yeah. Yep.
Go back to the huddle next play.
That's good to know because that's like that kind of like it's
helmet on.
I have a picture with a few black shirts, and they were like, throw the bones, and I immediately said, hell no, I ain't doing that.
That's not me.
That ain't me. That's you.
Yeah, that's you. That's your spot on the team. That's what you guys earn. It's different over here. I remember, like, speaking of
you, KC.
What up, bro?
Yeah, really good. Really sorry, I ain't cut you off.
Who, me?
Who's the best person?
Who was the what?
Say it, but I want you to say it out loud.
Who's the best what?
Who's the best opposing quarterback on the other team
that
you've seen
I
the person?
Oh my God. Oh,
in college. I know what you're gonna say, but I want you to say it out loud. I want to see if me and you on the same page.
I'll say Michael Bishop.
Yes, sir. I hear his name a lot.
Who did you have? Who did you have?
Michael Bishop. You mean that I seen in person? There was nobody in college. Yeah. I didn't respect them dudes like that. To be honest with you, but I respect Michael Bishop. You know what I mean? Because I ain't play again.
Yeah, this dude.
I had to play against him, but
that dude was throwing balls, and them dudes literally had to catch it with his chest, and you can hear it. Ooh. Pop. I mean, you heard it coming out of his hand, and we were like, "Damn!" God. We were like, "Oh my God!" Like, woo! Like,
and this is the former K-State quarterback, correct?
Yeah, he was throwing that ball, man. And you can hear it come out of his hand. Almost like when TG was throwing them balls. Remember how TG be throwing them balls? You can hear it.
Like, I called him late, but he still had that cannon. I called him late, but he still had that cannon.
You can hear it spinning.
Still had some zip on it?
You can hear it spinning.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
This is 2000. He had been playing in what? 80,
wow.
82, 83?
Yeah. Yep. 83.
He got a cannon.
Damn.
Crazy.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he'd be like,
"Come on." I wanted to get through Husker Twitter, man. I wanted some stories here.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's funny. I'm gonna tell you how I first met Maul. I met a lot of them guys in the '99 when they were out here for the Fiesta Bowl. So I said, I'm gonna go back. I said, I'm gonna go back to school because that's when I had gotten in a car accident when I was with the Giants, and I was getting ready to go to Europe. I got in a car accident, so I was at the game, and I met a lot of them. And I was like, I'm gonna go back to school, finish up, do my treatment there. And I hadn't met Maul yet, so he was with TG one time, and I was in the training room, and he was like, KC, wanted me to get Jamal. He's telling me, he's like, this the man right here. I said, say no more. And then I shook his hand, and then I rocked with Maul since. He told me he was a guy. That's all I needed. I was like, young Maul, what's up? And I watched how he carried himself, man. He was quiet. He was about his business. He wasn't loud. He just did his stuff. And I was like, man, I rock with him, man. So, you know, it was cool because, you know, I got to say what a lot of people ain't going to say, and I'm going to say it. Bro, I honestly think you're one of the best Nebraska quarterbacks to ever come through there, period. And I'm not saying it just because you're on the podcast. I say that because I mean it.
Yep.
And I love what you stood for. And I was tearing people up because I'm like, y'all don't understand what you guys are witnessing there at the position because you've been spoiled for so many years.
Yep.
And you spoiled now, but you just don't know how to handle it and know how to take it and appreciating why he's here and give him the love while he's here, because this is one of the greats that's come through here, man. Y'all need to understand that. So I just wanted to give you that, bro. I want to give you that, little bro, and let you know that you want to do. Your boys know, your teammates know, and cats who played before you know. So I think a lot of the fans need to understand what you mean in Nebraska football, bro.
I appreciate you, sir. But that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Is the people, is the people in the locker room with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
They see your struggle. You see they struggle. You know who you are. They in your class with you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And friends, they see you every day. So that's what you go through. That's what we did it for. We didn't do it for the fans. We did it at the end of the day. It's all part of the game. The fans, your family, but them people in the locker room that you bled with. That was that 5:30 workout with that, you know what I mean? And wake his ass up. Hey, yeah, go to workout. We're gonna run. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's who we did it for.
Yep.
At the end of the day, that's what we lived for. That's what we knew.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all we knew. We had no outsiders really. All we had was our teammates.
Yep. And that stadium. That's where we're at. What, 80% of the time? Dennis. He still knows my social security number to this day, bro. That lets me know how I used to get down. Hey, if I call him, he'll read it off.
Still.
Yeah, man. He's like, Kenny, what's going on? Yeah, man. Still knows it.
That's what we surround ourselves with.
Yep.
Is he still there?
I think Dennis might still be there. Mama Kim is still there. I just talked to her the other day. Yep.
That's crazy. See, I told you, Brian, you can't compare Harvard to the quarterbacks I blocked for, and that's why.
Well, I wasn't comparing him to anybody. I'm just saying, as of right now, he's doing everything he needs to do.
Yeah, he's running the ball. He's getting hit.
I like
yeah. You know, our quarterbacks got hit in practice. All of them got hit in practice.
I was crazy. I had no green. Hey, they put the green jersey on me my senior year.
Yep.
So 99 against that crazy defense. Regular tag off on Jammal. The next year was tag off on Jammal. And then that's when Eric started getting that buzz. So you know what? There's green jersey him. What we gotta do with the other quarterbacks too. So if you can't hit him, you can't hit us. Eric being the Heisman Trophy candidate, you can't hit him in practice no more. Green jersey them. We all got green jerseys. Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But when we first got there, there was no green jerseys. It was live to the quarterback. He get it too. He get it too.
You can have some of this too.
Yep. Everybody got the smoke.
Yeah.
See, I've told Kenny this numerous times.
Jerseys.
I've got a real soft spot for quarterbacks like you, Jammal, like anybody that played before you at Nebraska and now Harburg. I've got a soft spot for guys like you because, believe it or not, at my 5'6" ass, I played quarterback in high school. And here in Fremont, Nebraska, of course, it was running style offense. I put my head down and delivered hits. If I could run around somebody, great, but I wasn't the fastest dude out there. So watching you, it's where I learned it was watching guys like you. And that's what I see out of Harburg. He's not afraid of getting hit. He wants to deliver a hit rather than take one.
Yeah.
And that's what guys like you did. True. And I can't thank guys like you enough for showing me how a quarterback should play, for showing me how tough a quarterback should be.
You've been part of our crew then, Brian. We had shirts, we had quarterback shirts saying real quarterbacks don't slide. Everything. Crazy.
Thank you. No, put your head down and nail them.
We all had shirts. Real quarterbacks don't slide. Now you got hit, man. Slide it down. We don't want this man. We don't want this guy getting hurt. Get down, sir. Get down.
Yeah, we don't. No.
It's just a different mind state, man. I mean, all over the field. And
pick your battle. How about that? Pick your battle.
Yeah, I mean, because
punish him.
I don't know if I don't know if Coach Solis did this with you guys when we went to the Rose Bowl, but every bowl game we went to, when we got off the plane that day,
scrimmage
was a full game type scrimmage. 2 hour scrimmage. Impacts, everything. Punting with kickoff, punting,
full fledged.
Live scrimmage.
Yep. Rose Bowl, we left on Christmas Day from Lincoln, got off the plane, straight to the field at USC.
Yep, live scrimmage. Mm-hmm. We had a live scrimmage every time we got off the plane.
We were built different, bro.
Yep.
We were built different, man. We go
you didn't know that, Brian?
Games, come off the plane, go right to a scrimmage.
Bowl games weren't supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Well, no, I knew that. You're there for a job.
Yeah.
Nah.
To have practice that day, getting
we had a game simulation scrimmage. It wasn't just practice. It was tackling. It was full live scrimmage. Football, like a game simulation. Clock, everything.
That will test your mental fortitude because you're so used to getting off the plane and going to a hotel. Yeah. But not the bowl game. You go straight to the field.
Scrimmage, full game time simulation scrimmage. 2.5 hours. Let's go.
Yep.
Tackling and everything.
We built different, Brian.
Oh, I know that for sure.
Yeah, we built different.
I mean,
my graduation.
I've said that forever.
AKC.
Mm-hmm.
My graduation. I think I graduated in May. I went from graduation to another full-fledged scrimmage. You can celebrate with the family or nothing. Went right from what was the stadium called? What was it called?
The Devaney.
That's what stadium used to be called.
Did you go from
right to Devaney to the stadium? Cap and gown. Right to a full-fledged scrimmage. Didn't get a chance to celebrate with my parents, nothing like that. Yeah, pizza, not pizza. A full in 20, and I'm late.
Yeah,
and I'm late. She was my graduation right to another full-fledged scrimmage.
Yeah, it was different.
We built different, bro.
Yeah,
our minds way different, way different.
Yeah. That's what made you guys winners, though.
Yeah.
How many practices did you guys miss? Not many, right?
Unless I was really, really hurt. That's the only, but just like, I got a nick and that. Nah. But practice, like mine most was the separated shoulders.
Yep.
If I had some strained, I would be out there, but I would go half of what I could do. Unless they said no. But other than that, it was different, man. It was just a different attitude, different mentality. I
didn't tell the coaches I was injured. I injured like my groin.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me this extra tight girdle.
That girdle.
Yeah. And then I went out there and I practiced injured because I didn't want Coach Teneper to look at me the wrong way. And I had to practice as hard as I could. And until he noticed that something was wrong and then he yelled at me, I go, here's my chance. And I look at Doak. Remember Doak? I go, okay, you know that I'm injured. Go tell the man. And Doak walks over there. He's like, hey, he injured his groin. Then he yells at me for being there practicing injured. I'm like, this is all I know, Coach. I'm gonna be here. Like,
yeah. We've all done that. Then they would tell him, well, they literally told Coach Brown one time, man, and we were locking up like 96, 97 from the career team, man. We were really locking up. So senior year, a lot of us locked up, doing camp. I'm literally on the table, and I went through 5 IVs. That's how much hydration I needed. I mean, my legs are looking like someone has electric shocks on them because the muscles are just rolling.
Damn.
And my abs are popping out, then they're going back in. If I lean up, that's popping out. I lean back, my back's cramping up. And Doak is looking at my muscles, and he's like, I've never seen this in my life. So next day we're in practice, and I'm ginger. I'm barely moving because my muscles, I'm just Coach Brown, KC, come on, Ken. And you gonna be the one getting all the balls and blah, 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 blah. And I said, say, bro. I had my visor on. I said, say, bro, because you can't see my eyes. I said, you see them 10 dudes over there? They were all in the cold tanks and on the IVs with me last night, and none of them are practicing. I'm the only one practicing. I said, let me get through this the best way I can without hearing anything from you. And then the trainers went over there, WebEx, and all in was like, yeah, he shouldn't be practicing, so you might want to just leave him alone. So that was the mentality we had. It was different.
Right. I didn't have the courage to talk to Teneper like that. So
I wasn't trying to come out the game.
Right?
No,
I don't think I remember. Did you ever actually get injured enough to have to come out? I don't remember, Jammal.
Not coming out. Not coming out.
I was gonna say no. I didn't remember.
I'm okay, Coach.
Ever...
Next play. You gotta think about it. I learned from Eric Crouch. He didn't miss not one play. I seen him get blasted. I grabbed my helmet. He fixed his socks and get back in the huddle. That's the mentality. You can't lay on that turf. Yeah, get up, sir. Get back in the huddle. You can rest on the later. You can rest later. Right now, give it all. Get up off that turf, sir.
Yeah, that was the consistency between Eric and Jammal when the transition. It was the same person. Just get up, let's go, lead this team.
That's toughness. That's mental toughness. That's mental toughness.
Regardless of whatever's going on that field, win, lose, or draw, you got to get up.
Yep.
That was my mentality. It didn't matter whatever I was thinking. I'm getting up, and I'll be here tomorrow. You feel me? So whether you blow this whole shit up, I'm gonna be here tomorrow and the day after. So I mean, get used to seeing me or don't. It don't matter. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here.
Right.
And that was my mentality.
And that goes back to everybody knew we were gonna keep going. We were gonna keep going.
Yeah.
We were gonna keep going.
Okay, man. We're gonna keep fighting. I don't care what the score. We're gonna keep fighting. You're not gonna just bully us and these dudes rolled over. No. You're not gonna no.
Nah, we were the bully.
Sir. Next play.
Yep.
And that was our mentality.
And I miss it. We need it back.
They got it. They just got to get it out. I mean, they just got to get consistent with it. You see flashes of it. You got to be more consistent.
Yeah, we see plays out of the offense. We see great play out of the defense this year. I mean, after Friday night's game, they're probably the number one ranked rushing defense again in the nation. I mean, I think they lost that crown last week against Michigan, but I think they probably got it back after that game, only allowing 21 yards.
Yeah. I mean, these next couple games should be wins. They should beat Northwestern. They should beat Wisconsin. They should beat Iowa. They should beat these
Purdue.
teams.
Yep, Purdue should go down.
These teams. These teams shouldn't beat. I mean, they should beat these teams. On just by who against who? Oh yeah, that's them.
Right.
We should be bowl eligible after the next 3 games, guys, honestly.
Yeah, we better go to a bowl game too.
Yep. We're halfway there. I can't believe I'm talking about it like that's such an accomplishment, but geez.
It is.
Right now it is.
It's big these days.
Have any of these seniors been to a bowl game yet?
No.
They need a bowl game.
Imagine
haven't been to one since.
Imagine going 4 years and not going to that one bowl game. Nothing. Like you didn't do nothing. No bowl game. Nothing.
They're home for Christmas.
That's crazy, right?
That's nuts.
I couldn't even.
That makes
I thought
sick.
positive shit. We going to been the Rose Bowl, been the Fiesta Bowl. Should we try to go to the Orange Bowl? We try to go all the bowls. Y'all went that one.
Hey, I was so used. This is the truth. To not. I didn't understand what being out of school was for Christmas. You guys for Christmas break, like a regular student.
You practice.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have that, and then you practice, and then it's the bowl game. Then you come home for a little bit, and you're trying to condense every piece of fun you want to have in about 3 or 4 days. Then you back in school. Yeah. You're like, I'm in my mind, be like, son, you need to sit down. You ripping and running. I'm like, I don't got that much time. You know, I'm seeing all my partners hanging, clowning. And then, so when I wasn't playing anymore and it was Christmas, I was like, oh, this is how people who don't. Oh, it's hard to watch all the bowl games because, we weren't in school. You can watch all the bowl games being a player. You don't watch the bowl games, the early games. But when you in the regular world, you're like, oh, they got a game on and I'm driving home from work or I'm coming from work. And now it's just crazy to me. So, yeah, man, it's different. And these guys don't know that feeling.
They don't know how that tastes. They like going home for Christmas.
Apparently they do right now. They like going
home for Christmas.
That's all you know. Then. That's all you know. Somebody got to change that culture. Hey, we're going to the bowl game. I don't care if it's a military bowl in Yankee Stadium. Pack your bags. Let's go.
Yep.
I don't care whether 5 and 6, 6 and 5, whatever you got to do. 5 and 7, invite you go. You can need to experience something different.
Yeah.
These freshmen have to experience something different. Something got to give.
Yeah, it's been, I think they said 2016 or 17 since we've been to a bowl. So
they turned the bowl game down, didn't they?
Yeah, there was one year I heard they
turned it down.
The team, they left it up to the team, and the team was like, nah. I'm like, oh,
they should have won.
Yeah.
If you're a team, you can play one more game.
Yeah.
Man, they turned it down, Jammal.
Yep.
They turned it down.
Players. Give me 30 players. Y'all, you motherfuckers that want to play, I can go home. Give me 30 players. We'll Greyhound down there, B, and get it right.
They turned down the bowl game.
Don't want to play.
That hurt us as fans.
That hurt me. So
yeah, I can't imagine what it would feel like to you guys.
Did you guys get bowl rings?
AKC.
Did you guys get bowl rings?
Uh-huh.
Like rings for the bowl game?
We got one for
the championship game.
No, we got one for the Orange Bowl. We got a ring. I think it was like a ring or a watch. I got like a ring, a watch, something else.
Yeah. 98.
My buddy from Kansas was like, look at this bowl ring I got. I go, y'all didn't even win. And the only ring that matters to us is championship rings.
Yeah, we got a Orange Bowl ring. You got a watch.
Yep.
A couple watches. Yeah, they came out with I remember one year we got an Orange Bowl Seiko Kinetic. Remember when they came out with the Kinetic watches that when you moved it thing, I still got that. Yeah, Pops had all. I would give all my stuff to my dad. Like, here you go, Pops.
I still got my
still a brand
watch. I love that thing like a Rolex.
Yep. My mom had all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Take it back home.
Smart one.
Yeah.
A lot of my stuff still over my mom's and Pop's house. They still have all of that. All my rings, everything. That's over there. I don't have them.
So your mom said, come and get this stuff. You got your own house now. You got your own house now. You gotta come and get this. It's been sitting here way too long.
That's hilarious.
Come and get it. And she meant it too.
Right.
Mom said she meant it. Yeah, come and get it. Like I just put it up. Mom's is real.
That's it.
Mom's
That's hilarious. Come get all this stuff out of here, boy. It's classic.
Well, all right, gentlemen. I think we covered the living shit out of that and then some.
Story time.
Like, I love it, dude. The only reason I'm going to cut it off is because we're getting close to an hour and a half, and you know people's attention spans nowadays ain't that long, so it could take some folks a little bit to get through this one. But that's all right because they're going to enjoy it. They're really going to enjoy this. So
go big red.
We'll go ahead and shut her down here. Guys, everybody, you know where to find us by now. Just Google the Husker Army Podcast. Comes right up. You'll find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, more. Find us on Twitter and Instagram right there by my name, at Husker Army Pod. Real simple. You can find Kenny himself right there. He's got it at Husker Noop 1911. Dan, we know yours, even though it's not up there. Twitter, it's Dan Social Man. Now, what is it? Yeah, what is it on Instagram again? I forgot.
Big Dan Waldrop.
There we go. See, that's you. I think you need to change
Big
it to
Dan.
I gotta put it to something with rule in it for KC.
Mad Red.
And Jammal, we talked about yourself as well. The only social media you're on is Facebook. So I guess if folks want to find you there, they can.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for today. This was awesome. Jammal, the response when I put that promotion graphic out there that you and Dan would be on this week, it was awesome. Everybody had nothing but high praise for you. They loved when you played here. They always brought up how tough you were. I mean, we miss you, dude. We need you to come back more.
We'll make it back. I'm in town. I'll look you guys up. We'll sit in and do it again. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to go down to Houston and grab you.
It's been a pleasure.
It has been an absolute pleasure.
I'm not never going to Dallas. You guys are weird down there or up there.
What are you talking about?
You're in the reservoir. No, I'm messing with you.
Where are you in the north side of Houston? Where you at? We'll figure it out after.
I'm on the south side.
Okay, got you.
I'm on the south side.
Hey, I gotta hit you up. Get that turkey leg hut, man.
But
gotta hit that turkey leg hut.
In the area, you're supposed to stay in everything. You know what I mean, you bring the family and all that. It's the family,
good,
family environment. We here, brother. You're supposed to stay in everything. You too, Brian. You ever in Houston? I got you.
Dude, I'm planning on trying to make it to San Antonio in March for an XFL game for my San Antonio Brahmas. So I don't know how far away from Houston.
There's some guys down there, so pretty sure we'll look out for you, sir. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I would love to meet you in person, man. Get a picture with you. I'd be fucking tickled pink and honored.
Pick me up on the way through.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's funny.
Kenny, we'll have to get you down there too in March, man. We'll just make it a family affair.
I mean, well, if we go to the Alamo Bowl, it's right down the street. Let's go.
Or they're playing Houston in the Texas Bowl.
I'll take that too.
Yeah. We take any bowl.
Yeah, we'll take any damn bowl. I told you that on Twitter, Dan.
Right. Yeah, never lie. We'll take any bowl. Whatever you got, we'll take it.
Independence Bowl right down the street too. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cotton Bowl's right down the street too.
Let's get it.
Jesus. There's a lot of bowl games in Texas. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's warm.
They overpopulated. They got too many things going down here. Too many.
All right, gentlemen. Man. Well, I can't thank y'all enough. So we'll end it here. For myself, Brian Knutson, for our other host, former Husker wide receiver Kenny Cheatham, aka KC, and for our guest today, Big Dan Waldrop, joining for what feels like the dozenth time already. And of course, I have to thank former Husker quarterback and one of the toughest SOBs to ever play for the Huskers, Jammal Lord, joining us today. Thank you so much. So, Husker Army at this point, I think you know what to do. At ease, and you are all dismissed.